Alright guys, welcome back to part 4 of Motorsport Manager. It is the 2018 F1 McLaren career mode and we are at the Dubai Grand Prix. We qualified 9th with Alonso, 16th with Stoffel van Dorn, and I'm hoping we can convert those qualifying positions into race points. Last time around, Alonso, unfortunately, as you remember, in the race in Australia, crashed out, DNF'd, and Stoffel van Dorn, who had a poor qualifying session, I believe he qualified 17th, he managed to get 5th place, so just goes to show anything can happen, and we haven't given up on Van Dorn. I know he's 16th, it's going to be difficult to get in the points, especially with the only doing a one stop here. I think everybody will be doing a one stop, so it kind of neutralises the fact that we want to do a one stop to, you know, eliminate an extra stop, because like last time people were doing 2, so yeah, man, it kind of takes away a strategy away from us. But I mean, if it rains, then obviously shit could happen. You never know. But I think we'll take, we take a bit less fuel. I know, we'll just fill it up. Why not, man? We're not going to mess about with that. We'll mess about with those things in the race. But yeah, that is probably going to do it here with the car setup. Fernando, we cannot change tyres, so he's going to be starting on, obviously, the super softs with Van Dorn. We're going to go ahead and we're going to put him on the soft tyre. 36 lap race here. Apparently the softs do 29 to 31, so we can go very long here. The mediums apparently do 40 to 42, but I do not believe, I think you have to stop. The rules are you have to stop, so I mean, there's no point doing the mediums. If we could go in the mediums and not stop, then I would do it, obviously, but that is not an option. Unless the game's unrealistic, which I do not believe it is. So there you go, we're going to put on the engine modes. For the first lap, I like to put everything on overtake and attack, try and make up as many places as possible. So we'll do that, and then we'll see exactly how we got on there. You know, for Danny Ricciardo, can he convert that win, that pole, sorry, into a win? People always saying that the Red Bull race pace is better than its qualifying pace. Well, they're in a very good position after qualifying. Can they hold on to it in the race? And as we look forward, it looks like Hamlin's got a slow start there. Oh my god, the Grosjean got an amazing start. Kimi Raikkonen's also had a pretty decent start. He makes up 2 places from the get-go. Alonso now up into 8th as he overtakes Magnussen, who's had a very poor start. And Verstappen looks like he's also had a good start, and he's going to make it a Red Bull 1-2 into the first corner, and someone's just went off massively wide. I think it's a Merc. Is it Bottas? Bottas has just went way wide there, and that has almost ruined his race instantly. Holy crap, man! Bottas, he just went straight on. I'm not quite sure what happened there. He's stuck behind Ericsson on the mediums now. Stroll on the mediums. Not a good start there for Bottas. Van Dorn has moved down a place. Fernando, he's moved down 2 places now, unfortunately. Fernando, though, up 2 places into 7th. And Vettel looks like he's got back past Ricciardo. Well, Ricciardo's dropped down to 3rd, so Ricciardo, the race leader. And it looks like he could be losing it to Grosjean here. This is a disastrous start if he does. And Grosjean up to 3rd. Holy shit. Right, we're going to advance the time now. But that is mental, so there we go. Alonso looking like he's battling here for 6th place with Hamilton. He doesn't get past him, but Grosjean up into 3rd. How the hell did that happen? Raikkonen's made a good start. He's up into 4th place. Raikkonen gets past Ricciardo. And now Hamilton gets past Ricciardo. And now we get past Ricciardo. Well, Ricciardo comes back. And now we're back in front. Holy shit. Ricciardo and Hamilton's been pushed wide by us. And we're up into 5th. But that is shocking. That is absolutely shocking. Ricciardo from pole down to 7th place, man. And that is not good. Oh my god. And I say that's shocking. This is shocking. We've just lost out a few positions. And there's a safety car. And what's happened? Is someone crashed or what? Sorokin has crashed. Jesus. And there's going to be a safety car already. And does that mean that we could pit? Does that give us the option to pit with Van Dorn and put on... we're not going to pit with Alonso, but the thing is with Van Dorn, we're 19th anyway. It makes fucking 0 difference if we pit here. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. I think we're going to pit with Van Dorn. It makes sense, and that's what I think we're going to do. Yeah, we are. Screw it. Why not? These medium tyres will get us to the end. I'm looking. Do we need to fix any of these parts? No, we don't. Add charge. We'll add. What's the charge currently at? No, it's. We'll add 25% to it, I guess. Pit strategy. We'll do a safe one. There's really no point taking our time. Safety car's out. We're going to come out last regardless. And then we will take him round and see what happens. But holy shit, Sirok in there. Had a good qualifying session yesterday, but unfortunately hasn't really, you know, transformed that into anything good in the race. Alonso, he was doing so well when we were up in 5th place at one stage and we're now down in 9th. Got Ricciardo from pole down to 6th. And Ferrari, who will not be happy with their qualifying yesterday, find themselves 3rd and 8th. They now find themselves 1st and 3rd. So a massive turnaround there. You've got Mercedes down in 5th and 17th place. Bottas just going straight off at the beginning. Absolutely incredible start to the race here. And all we need to do now is wait and see what happens. Don't think there's going to be any rain in this race, so it's going to be dry till the end. We've got Bottas here on these medium tyre compounds, and he could go right to the end. I'm looking at the guys in front on the mediums. I'm hoping they have to pit, but at this stage you don't know, and obviously behind the safety car it will mean that they can go easier on their tyres. So Van Dorn is caught back up to the pack. And this is interesting. Bottas down in 17th. It gets him, kind of reduces the gap, so it gives him a chance. I think Bottas would have pitted. I'm surprised he didn't. Perhaps he thinks he's better off on the super softs to try and make his way through the grid. But if I was him, if I was going to stick on the super softs, I think I would have pitted, to be honest, and at least put fresh super softs on. He would have lost 2 positions, well, 1 position, because he was in front of me, so he would have lost 1 position, but he would have been on fresh super softs, and I think he has perhaps made a mistake there. But yeah, it will be interesting to see what happens when the safety car comes in. There is only 32 laps remaining, and 32 laps, so interesting stuff here. Who does this safety car help? I'm looking here. I'm not sure who it helps. It doesn't help Ocon, whose tyres are in they're in a lot worse condition actually than everyone else on the super softs. Carlos Sainz, he's looked after his tyres pretty well so far. It helps the guys on the medium compound tyres. So Hartley is the first guy there and up the grid on 11th place with the medium. So Hartley probably benefiting the most from this safety car. And I guess it stops Ricciardo from slipping even further down the grid, so I don't think he'll be too disappointed about it. Alonso, we're going to get ready here to attack from the get-go. We're not going to attack fully, we're just going to go in high and push, and probably the same with Van Dorn. Try and get a bit of temperature into the tyres. Use a couple of laps of fuel. Safety car in the pits now, we're just waiting on Vettel really. And it's whenever Vettel wants to put the foot down to get this race restarted. Vettel won the opening race in Australia. It'd be very good for his championship title hopes if he can win this one. But already it's a poor start and he's lost out. He's lost out to Verstappen. And he's lost it. What the hell, Grosjean? Romain Grosjean has got up into 2nd place. And that is a disaster for Ferrari. It's fantastic for Verstappen though. Can he pull a gap now? And try to use Grosjean as a blocker, and he now can pull, you believe, a whole load of temps, a whole load of seconds in front of those Ferraris as we approach the first round of pit stops. So ideally, man, that is, Verstappen could not have asked for a better start, and Vettel couldn't have asked for a worse start. Drops down 2 places, and is now stuck behind the slower Haas of Grosjean. And you just wonder, will Ferrari be in the ear of the the customer team? And straight away Vettel's already passed, man. I wonder if there's any phone calls there from Ferrari to Haas to allow that move by. We don't know. Perez up to 9th now on the medium tyre compound. It's good for him. What else have we got happening here at the moment? Not much. I think we will perhaps keep pushing with Van Dorn. Although I think we can afford to go on medium here. We'll Yeah, we'll go in medium. Well, yeah, I mean, there's no point really pushing at the moment. We're kind of stuck in a pack. So, anyway, Verstappen leads Vettel by 2.1 seconds. Alonso, we're going to have to stop attacking. Our tyre temperature is beginning to go through the roof here, so we'll leave this as it is. And we've got Perez in front of us, so Perez, if we can pull away, man, we should be able to lap faster than Perez, who's on the medium tyres. And that means that we will be able to pull away from Magnussen. And Ocon there had a terrible restart. Is it due to, his tyres not being as fresh? I don't know, but he's down in 15th place. Bottas puts a move on for Van Dorn. He moves up into 17th. And what that safety car has done, it's pulled the grid together. And what it means is when the leading guys pit, they're not going to have enough. They're not going to have the gap that they would have. So when they pit, they're probably going to come out in the midfield rather than, beat these guys that are on the medium tyre compound. So at the moment, Verstappen is a 10-second lead over Perez. He'll need to try and build that. I believe a pit stop here is about 20 seconds. Fernando Alonso's tyres are overheated, which is not what we want. How the hell have they overheated? We turned it down to neutral. Come on, Alonso. That is not good. Come on, fuck's sake. We're falling behind Carlos Sainz here. We need to try and catch up, and now we've got Magnussen. Magnussen has just got past Perez, and he's probably going to be catching us anytime soon. So Verstappen now 2.4 seconds in front of Vettel, Grosjean 5.5 behind, Kimi Räikkönen in 4th, trying to get into that last podium position. And at the moment, it's not happening for him. And Fernando Alonso now 3 seconds behind Carlos Sainz. Trying to get these tyre temperatures down so we can attack again. Got the fuel mode down on low. And we've got loads of fuel so we can attack, which is good news. But we need the tyre temperatures to get low enough so we can start doing that. At the moment, not really happening. And we do not have much of a gap here over Magnussen, so I think we're going to try and attack now because although we have gained a bit of a time there, Magnussen must have made a mistake coming into the pit straight there, which kind of allowed us to take advantage of that. Right, so we're going neutral here. And hopefully we can start pushing and try to catch. It's Ricciardo now in front of us, so Ricciardo's fallen down into 7th place, surprisingly. Alright, let's go and check what Van Dorn is currently doing. Van Dorn down in 18th. The only guy to make a pit stop so far, and he is currently stuck behind Stroll. Not a lot he can do here, so I don't think there's any point. I don't know, but I think we'll just put the engine mode on low, try and save fuel for the end, see if we can, attack. But at the moment, we just have to kind of get stuck behind Stroll and see if there's an opening later on in the race. Verstappen now leads Perez by 16.3. He is building that gap, and you believe if Verstappen can stay up for another maybe 3-4 laps, he will have the gap that he needs to pit and come out in front of those guys on the hard compound tyres. But at the moment, he doesn't have that gap, and it is due to the safety car. But you can see now the drivers in front beginning to pull away. Verstappen leads Vettel 2.6 behind, and they're both beginning to leave Grosjean behind. But Grosjean, it's not as if he's having to defend for his life against Räikkönen. See, Räikkönen is actually falling behind into the arms of Hamilton. Hamilton only 8/10 behind Kimi, looking for a way past, trying to win his 5th Drivers' Championship this year. He does not want Vettel to win another race that would put Vettel on 50 points. Hamilton finished 3rd in the first race in Australia, so interesting there. Alonso, tyres are overheating again for some reason. And we'll go and we'll see what's the problem with Alonso. Trying, I don't know. See if we can turn down the attack modes and try and get these tyres to last a wee bit longer. If Alonso Alonso is really in a bad position here. We're 5 seconds behind Ricciardo. And just nowhere near where we need to be at the moment. So Fernando is not looking like he's in a good position for this race at all. I'm not sure what would save him. I'm not sure if anything can save him. Another safety car would bring us closer to the guys in front, but it would also just take us into the pack behind. And Van Dorm is complaining about engine problems, which is not what we wanted to hear as we approach lap 16. Right. Stoffel Van Dorm actually gets past Ericsson's in the pits. And Magnussen is pitted. Magnussen comes on and he puts on the medium compound tyres. So I think Magnussen is going to have to go to the end now, but so is Van Dorm. So Van Dorm has gained a place on Magnussen. We've got Ocon who's pitted, also put on the soft tyres. And it'll be interesting to see who else. And we've got Verstappen. So Verstappen here, also in the pits. We'll slow down the time here because I want to see where Verstappen comes out. It's going to be interesting. He's put on the softs. That we'll get into then, no problem. Carlos Sainz also in the pits. And Alonso, is Alonso going to beat out Verstappen? No, he hasn't. So Alonso comes out behind Verstappen. And that's disappointing. I thought Alonso could have did better there, but he hasn't. So right, we're going to go and overtake here. And let's see if we can push these tyres now. Try and get some temperature in them. At the moment, we've got Van Dorm. Van Dorm's actually got a pretty good gap to Stroll here, so we can actually push now with Van Dorm. And who else pitted? Did we miss anyone else there? Sainz pitted, and he's also come out behind Van Dorm. So Van Dorm, tyres might not be in the best condition towards the end, but he has made up 3 places on Sainz, Magnussen and Ocon as things stand here. So not too bad. Fernando, can we start catching the car in front? Verstappen is directly the car in front, but we're racing here. Well, we're not really racing anybody in front of us, let's be honest. They're all a lot faster and probably going to finish a lot higher than us in the race. Alonso now complaining about worn tyres. Got Raikkonen in the pits. We've got Grosjean in the pits, and Grosjean appears to have a problem. And that has cost Grosjean a lot of time. Poor Grosjean is going to come out in 19th place, and that has kind of ruined his race. Haas just have no luck. And they put on the super softs. What have they done? I don't quite understand that. Why have they put on super softs? He's going to have to pit again. And he can't really, I don't know, unless they put on super softs so he can try and catch back up to the grid. I don't know why they've done that. It seems like a very rookie mistake, but I don't know. Fernando Alonso now in 4th. We just need to keep going, pushing, see what happens. We've got Van Dorm. He is beginning to catch Stroll. What was the last laps looking like there? Let's see. What was Stroll? Stroll did a 143.7, Van Dorm a 143.0. So good from Van Dorm. Fernando Alonso here. My God, Van Dorm complaining about the engine. That's not what we wanted to hear. We'll just pretend we didn't hear it. We need to try and get that. It's that new engine we designed. Faster engine, but perhaps the reliability is not quite there yet with the car. We've got Verstappen now, 14.6 behind Vettel. Why is Vettel staying out so long? He's surely hurting his race here, is he not? And I think we're going to pit Fernando on this lap. The tyres are massively beginning to overheat. I'm going to put on a set of soft tyres. And I'll be interested now to see where Alonso's going to come out. I don't think we're going. Who can we realistically beat? Maybe Magnussen. You think we can beat Magnussen here? Although it will be close. Make no mistake about it. But I think we're capable here of beating him. And we're going to see as he exits. So he's in the pit lane. Now here we go. Fernando Alonso is in. And there goes Van Dorm, about to go past in 10th. There's Van Dorm away. Got Alonso in 9th. Alonso leaves. Where's Alonso coming out? Oh, he's just been beat by Ericsson. No, it was Magnussen. I thought that was Ericsson there, but it happened to be Magnussen. So, not too great. Fernando Alonso gets beat out by Magnussen, but we're still in a decent position here. We can definitely, do something from here. I think we'll push a bit. Or will we go neutral? I don't know. We'll go neutral for now, I guess, and we'll see what happens. We're close to the back of Magnussen anyway, so there's not a lot we can really do at the moment. Looking at who's still to pit, you've got Perez still to pit. I mean, Verstappen somehow got a 10-second lead now over Vettel, which is quite amazing. And look at the guys on the medium tyre compounds. It's looking very good for them, especially if they don't have to pit. In my opinion, that would be breaking the rules. But I don't know if the game takes into consideration that drivers need to pit, and that safety car at the beginning has allowed them to go and preserve them, so who knows? I mean, we could be looking at 2 Toro Rossos with points finishes, Stroll again with another points finish, Leclerc. These guys have managed to do well, and it's paying off for them now. Van Dorn still there behind Stroll. Van Dorn has got a lot of guys behind him, they're putting the pressure on. He's got Kimi behind him, Sainz behind him, Hamilton behind him. Van Dorn just trying to hold on here. Looks like the car in front, Stroll, is also struggling, so interesting stuff. Gonna bring the tyre temperatures down a wee bit. I think the tyres look like they're beginning to overheat. We'll put them on conserve. And we'll put the overtaking mode onto high just. With Fernando, what can we do with Fernando? Fernando is now falling a wee bit behind Magnussen, so perhaps it's time we started pushing with Fernando, try and close that gap a bit. You've got Ricciardo on the super softs, Bottas on the super softs. I mean, Ricciardo has had such a poor race here. To go from pole down to 17th, he must be absolutely furious with that. Just not good enough. Engine mode also now going to go on high. See if we can try and close up on Marcus Ericsson. Magnussen makes the move on him. And up in front, we've still got Verstappen leading. Vettel stuck behind Sergio Perez. Vettel desperately trying to find a way through so he can try and at least put some pressure on Verstappen. At the moment, though, it is not happening. Hamilton finds a way past Stroll, and he is now up into 8th. And you would not be surprised if Hamilton rescue, even if the guys in front of him don't pit, you believe Hamilton will be able to rescue a podium from here. He's just that much faster, especially on those softer tyres as we approach with the last remaining 10 laps of this race. So if you're looking at the lap times, we've got Verstappen a 141.1. He is clearly the fastest guy out there at the moment. Who is the second fastest? It looks like, to be honest, looks like Grosjean, last place Grosjean, a 142.0. You got Van Dorn, still 143.6. Alonso 143.7. At the moment, we're just not that. We're not really setting these sector times alight. Let's see what Alonso's currently doing. We've caught right back up to Ericsson, so in terms of that, we're doing no bad. I believe we'll turn the engine modes down a bit. Try and get the tyres backed up. I mean, they're beginning to overheat ever so slightly. Van Dorn, and Van Dorn is down in 18th. I don't know what's happened to Van Dorn. Is it just the engine? Yeah, it is. Look at that, man. I didn't even realise Van Dorn's engine. And we're going to have to pit now, unfortunately. That's just fucked up the entire race for Van Dorn. All we can do is put the super softs on and hope that we get a safety car. And if we get a safety car, then we're in a good position. You know, if we don't, then we're not. We're going to fix everything. Like, why wouldn't you? I mean, at the moment, I mean, if we come in, it's fucked up our race. There's nothing we can do. So we may as well, you know, try and just pit and then hope we do get a safety car. And that's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to take 89 seconds. But yeah, so let's see what happens here. As we bring Van Dorn in. It looked like Van Dorn could have scored points there if that engine never let him down. And now it's all down to Alonso to save McLaren's day. Vettel now finds himself up into second place. We've got Hamilton chasing down Nico Hülkenberg. Just how much longer will it take him to put a move on him? I can't imagine that much longer. I mean, Hamilton will want to get past as quickly as possible. And Alonso is currently still in 15th place. Looking to make some positions up. If the people in front of us on the mediums have to pit, then we will score points. If they don't have to pit, then we're not going to score points. It's really that simple at the moment. Although their tyres could be going off, you know, I mean, we have to also look at that possibility. Hopefully that happens. But yeah, at the moment, it doesn't look good for us here. It doesn't look like we're going to be getting points back to back. And Van Dorn's still in the pits. Pit stop times taken 76.2 seconds. That will definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, be the longest pit stop today. And it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. 76.2 seconds, and that was without mistakes, man. What the fuck? So Fernando in 16th place. He's lost out to Bottas. And what the hell? I think we've lost out to Ocon as well. I'm not sure how they got in front of us. And Alonso said he's struggling to overtake Bottas. He looks very close to me, but we couldn't make the move stick there. So as we approach 6 laps remaining, I just don't see any way we're going to get points here. It doesn't look good. Let's see how long these medium tyres have got left. Can they go to the end? You've got Perez 24%, Hartley 19%. Surely these guys are going to have to pit. And if they do pit, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would move us up into 10th place. So if everyone in front of us pits and we can manage to beat them all out, then we will, get points. But I think Perez is far enough in front of us to, pit and come out in front. So we just, I don't know, man. What's our lap? Perez is doing a 141.8. Why are we doing a 143.1? We must have made a mistake. That's the only thing I can think of. But, man, this is not good. This is not good at all. We're currently stuck behind Ocon. We're going slow. We're just not able to push. Hamilton finds his way now up into 6th place. And first, Vettel there puts in a purple final sector. He put in a very fast lap that last lap, a 140.5. He's into second. He's 12.6 behind Verstappen. He's just not going to be able to catch that, is he? Unless Verstappen has a horrible problem late on. Vettel is on the faster tyre compound, but he's not going to make up that amount of time in 4 laps. And now Fernando Alonso, just all we can do really is try and get to the end here. And hopefully the guys on the medium compound tyres pit. There's 4 laps to go. Someone is in the pits. It's Hartley and Hulkenberg, and we should be able to beat both of them out. And we have just, not by much so, but we have managed to beat them out. So some good news there. And hopefully now we can try and close up. If anyone else pits, we need to be in a position where we can get past them. So let's push. What was our last lap? Our last lap was 143.2. We're just not going. We're just nowhere near fast enough at the moment. Nowhere near fast enough. We've got. Is that Vettel in the pits? Vettel making another pit stop? I don't know why. He's came out in 9th place. Why has Vettel done that? Unless he had an issue, he had to come in and make a change. I'm not quite sure, but looks like Sebastian Vettel threw away 2nd place there. Unless, like I said, I don't know what's wrong. Could have had an issue. And we've managed to find a way past Ocon. Happy days. Fernando Alonso gets himself up into 12th place. Who have we got now to pit? We've got 2 laps remaining. I don't think Perez is pitting. I just don't think it's happening here. We're going to put it down onto 4 now. We need... Perez is in the pit. So finally Sergio Perez comes into the pits. The big issue is, the worry for me is, has he got a big enough of a gap to come out and beat us? So we need to try and get in front of him here. And look at that, he's leading the pits already. It looks like Perez is easily going to beat us out, and he has. I mean, Perez has done it no problem. And he's come out in 7th place, so holy shit there, that's... And Pierre Gasly has stayed out. Look at Pierre Gasly, what the hell, man? Pierre Gasly, he is on 16% his tyres though. I just do not know how much more he has left in the tank. Hamilton will surely want that 2nd place. I'll be surprised if Hamilton doesn't take him. Will Pierre Gasly pit this lap? Does Gasly and Leclerc have to pit this lap? In the rules, do they have to pit? That's what I'm wondering here. Will they have to come into the pits, or will they stay out and risk it? Ricciardo's coming round. He's about to start his final lap. It's going to be interesting here. Will Gasly pit, or will he stay out? Does he have to pit? I'm not quite sure what the rules are. I know in real life you have to at least make 1 pit stop and change the tyre compound, but in this game, can you get away with not making a pit stop? We're about to find out. If Gasly has to make a pit stop, he's going to come nowhere near in the points. Same for Leclerc. And even if they don't pit, I mean, they're just going that slow at the moment. The tyres are really falling off the cliff that perhaps they'll get beat anyway. They might not even finish in the points. So we'll see. Gasly is still managing to keep Hamilton behind him, but surely that's going to end here on the straight. And he doesn't come into the pit, so Pierre Gasly stays out. And holy shit, Pierre Gasly could be looking at an amazing podium position here as he loses second place to Hamilton. You've got Kimi Raikkonen there, about 3 seconds behind. I don't know how Gasly has managed to do this. His tyres now at 14%. Is he going to get all the way around to the end, man? We do not know. Leclerc is also holding up Kimi. Kimi will desperately want to get on the podium here, but he appears to have a slight problem with the engine. He's just not able to do it as we speak. And I think Gasly's going to get a podium here for Toro Rosso. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I do believe that's what's going to happen. It appears like we're all over the back of Danny Ricciardo. We're trying to get into 11th place. I just don't think we're able to do it at the moment. Charles Leclerc, is he going to get back-to-back points finishes? I mean, are those guys going to get disqualified? Are they going to be allowed to keep their positions? I really don't know. But I cannot believe that Gasly is looking at a podium and Leclerc's looking at 4th place. Man, that's shocking. If I knew you could do that on the mediums, perhaps I would have tried it. I just didn't think it would be allowed. I didn't think they'd get away with it. They might still not get away with it, but Gasly is about to come round and take 3rd place without making a pit stop. Pierre Gasly in the Toro Rosso comes through and takes 3rd. So, interesting stuff. Will he get to keep it? Leclerc takes 4th. I don't think we're going to be able to make a move. We're not. It's going to be another disappointing race. Fernando there, 2 races, no points. So we've finished in 12th and 19th by the looks of it. Van Dorm's going to finish a full lap behind. That's shocking. But yeah, man, I don't know. If those 2 drivers do get penalised, perhaps it will move us up into 10th place and we might get a point. That is really what we're relying on here. I'll be disappointed if those results stand and they actually get, 15, 12 points. I think that's a joke. I'm just hoping that is not the case. But we're about to find out. I mean, no doubt the safety car at the beginning helped them massively. They were able to go easy on the tyres, tread carefully. And we'll see what happens here, but I've got a funny feeling that they're going to be allowed to keep those positions. They shouldn't be. It's not fair. I mean, the rules state you have to make a pit stop, you have to change tyres, but obviously this is a game, it's not real life, so we're about to find out. And Fernando Alonso getting 1 point Alonso's point is on the line here. If it's illegal, Alonso will get a point. If it's not illegal, then Alonso gets no points. So, interesting stuff. Surely they broke the rules, man. Come on, surely. They have to beat the moat at something. Has to happen. Right, so let's find out. Look at that, they didn't pit, they made no stops. That can't be allowed to stand, can it? Come on. It says my car. And not all the cars, it says your cars. Hey, so no rules broken. And what exactly does that mean? Well, Kimi Raikkonen actually has received a penalty. It's a 10-second penalty. And he still managed to keep 5th. Unless he got that in the race. I'm not quite sure how he's managed to keep that. But yeah, man, look at that. Pierre Gasly and Leclerc hold on to the 3rd and 4th place positions, which is unbelievable. And it means that we're not going to score any points. And it's a podium for Toro Rosso. Holy shit. And that means after 2 races, Mercedes lead with 52 points, Ferrari in second, with 51, Red Bull third with 39, Toro Rosso in fourth with 15, Sauber in fifth with 13, we're in sixth with 10, Renault in seventh with 8, Force India in eighth with 6 points, Haas in ninth with 6 points, and Williams last with 2 points. Holy shit, man. That is mental. Didn't think I'd be saying that. Honestly, didn't think I'd be saying that. Pierre Gasly, damn, felt like we could have won it. Don't talk shit, mate. You're lucky you got in the podium. Cheated me out of points. Cannot believe that, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Why? I mean, well, at least now we know that we don't have to pit. We can just do a no-stop race, and it gives us, if we have a poor qualifying session or if we're down the back and we need to try and, do something, shake up the strategy to try and get points, at least we know now that we do not have to pit. Or we don't have to, change the entire compound. So it gives us options, but I'm very disappointed with how they've managed to, not pit and get third and fourth and be allowed to keep it. So there you go, guys. It is what it is. But the major disappointment is that we finished outside the points. And we just don't really seem to have a lot of pace, guys. It's going to be hard to get points this season. But I'm looking forward to it. We're going to keep on trying. And trying, not going to give up. And yeah, guys, that is it. Look at this, the screen is absolutely fucked up and froze. Entertaining stuff, guys. Until next time, though, peace.